Okay, let's see. I think we got a couple more little ideas hidden in here. And of course, when you're out in the woods, you can take your time a little bit. Don't have to be in such a big hurry. It's not about shooting video out there. Matter of fact, as I said, a few of my other videos can be pretty challenging. Well, it is for me anyway. Let's see if we've done a couple more things here. Let's see what else we can come up with. I guess I'm kind of seeing right here maybe we dug a hole in the ground, probably up to there. Probably going to find a way to insulate around the outside with maybe some straw or something of that nature. And even if it burns away, the ash will still be better than the cold ground being against it. But I'm kind of seeing with a few more of those pieces the possibility of a what they call them, a rocket stove. Well, maybe if you just dug a cavern out in the bottom in the ground to where this could be your feed tube, and of course that'd be the stack, and maybe you just have a bowl in the dirt down here. I'm not sure if that would work, but maybe it could. Now, if a person carried a piece of 4-inch pipe, a few pieces of 4-inch, now this is 3, there's a chance that that 4-inch is just going to be about this much bigger. So with 3 pieces of it, or whatever it would take to cover this, there's a possibility a person could create itself a mass heater by putting this bowl on here and having the 4-inch tube go back in the ground. You'd still have to do the feed here like a rocket stove, but around the 4-inch pipe, you'd have to get creative and dig it to where you know, the heat would come out underground, like we talked about earlier, as far as digging a trench in your shelter and exiting the other side. There's a lot of videos on mass heaters in there, the designs of them, but basically they work with the fire coming out of here, with this being in the ground. If you cap this here in the 4-inch, or whatever you can come up with to fit tight back up in there and go back down, the fire will come back up, and it actually re-burns the carbon and the char, and would go back down the ground. So this, in a sense, would be the heater here, and you know, you'd just have your feed here. Now, probably a person in the same sense as a Dakota fire, you could probably bury this in the ground and form this over here maybe with aluminum foil or some of these other pieces, and have the dirt level up to here, and went ahead and maybe put a piece on this side for your feed tube. You know, make what they call those a torch fire maybe, which is basically just like a Dakota fire. I had a design that I came up with doing some live wood and some sticks by digging a trench in this similar manner. It was okay. The damp ground really just sucked the heat out of it, and it was really hard to do. So maybe if you had these pieces with you and was able to do that, you could come up with a way of insulating the exterior of that. Like I said, with probably something that would burn away would probably be the best, or something dry, as long as it's not against the wet ground. So maybe a person could do something like that as well. So there's a lot of different variations that by just having all these pieces with you. Now it's okay. Now that we know we got different methods of making stuff in here, and what that does is it gives you the opportunity to make other things. I'm sure with some of this pipe here, we could probably build a small forge easy enough. Could probably even manufacture a bellows pump out of just using one piece of the tin by folding it in half. Maybe with a multi-tool, do a grip edge around the outer edge of it, and then you could probably fold some fabric in there, your bandana or maybe one of your little bags like this here could probably make a good bellows bag for that. You could even seal it with the pine pitch that you make, and make a pump to make a small forge. So there's a lot of different things that you can make that can help you make other things. The metal could even be fabricated to make other items, spear points and fish gigs. I mean, there's just a ton of different things you can make out of the metal in there also. So give this stuff a shot and give me some more ideas if you can, and we'll see if we can make our little goodie bag work good for us. Thanks.